I'm Isabella.
I'm Anna.
And this is Anna and Isabella Do Improv.
We're doing the radio form.
I'm pretty sure that's how we changed the channel on that form.
I like that. Sometimes I go, next channel.
Yeah.
Just in case it wasn't clear.
It does kind of sound like an alien, like, talking.
Yeah.
But we've done this form twice now, 2 or 3 times, but we love it.
Sometimes we do it to warm up for a show, and we do it with our eyes closed.
Yeah, that was something you were thinking could be fun to try right now.
Yeah.
And I'm down.
Isabella said she was down, but she might open them a little bit sometimes. And I said, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I like the idea that you're telling them your eyes are closed. It doesn't really help the viewer.
No, it
listener,
doesn't. It's actually the most irrelevant thing.
I mean, this is we should have made this our inaugural attempt to film.
Yes.
Yes.
with both your eyes closed.
Maybe we'll post a picture like this with both of our eyes closed to prove it.
Yeah.
Because people are going to deny it.
Yeah, they're even though I'm being completely transparent and saying that I might open them sometimes.
People might still need a little evidence.
Yeah. My hair looks so crazy today, though. I went to the bathroom and I was in a shock.
Oh,
so we'll see that. You guys will see that in the photo.
All right, I'll get the proof if you both consent to me getting proof.
I'm good.
All right.
Yes, consent given. Okay, let's just do it.
All right, let's do it.
All we need is a 1-word suggestion. Actually, it could be 3 words. Doesn't really matter. I always think it's so strange. Everybody's like 1 word.
Yeah.
I guess it's to block out someone being like, a monkey that dances underwater because they're trying to be funny at an improv show, maybe?
Right. If people have to think of a whole sentence.
Yeah. And that was funny, right?
A monkey dancing. I actually wouldn't mind that as a suggestion. What's your worst case scenario suggestion to get?
Like, I don't like... Mark David's putting his phone down. He was ready with the suggestion, and now
he got
in
his
says,
head.
the girls are cooking.
I love this. I love this conversation.
My worst case scenario is like, like dildo, and then it's just like every scene is like dirty, but
Right.
like in a way that is forced.
Right.
I don't mind dirty scenes, but I don't like it when it feels like it's like...
That's the payoff of the audience's thing.
Yeah, or it's just like just for the sake of fulfilling some expectation that the audience doesn't even necessarily have.
Yeah, it's just like one like horny guy was like dildo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then there's always inevitably a grandma dildo scene, which I don't like think is funny. I think it's brave.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's brave as long as the suggestion's not dildo, then I really am like, okay, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your worst case scenario? Trump. I don't like that.
Oh, that is actually worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Because that just makes everyone sad immediately.
Yeah.
But I think there's one that I feel like corduroy is the new pineapple. I feel like I'm constantly hearing corduroy. And it just always starts in a store where someone's like, do these pants look good?
Oh my God, that is so freaking true.
I know. And I was literally
It is always, what do you think of these pants?
Yeah, exactly. And then I just for some reason feel like it's, I never really think it gets that funny after. Or I get in my head if I'm getting that because all I can think of is that start to a scene.
Yeah.
But also I'm like, what does corduroy like really inspire? You know, like what's a better avenue to go?
Yeah, I guess just like sometimes if I really don't like a suggestion, I just take the first letter.
Oh, that's fun. So like C, you could like...
I just do like a scene in the country.
That's great.
Yeah, it's not like... I realized I needed to stop doing that because my mom came to a show and she was like, where was the word? And I like, why didn't the word ever... why was the word never a part of the show? And I literally was like, what was the word? Like, I just like ignored the only opportunity for the audience to be involved. It's like a little disrespectful.
My friends Jess and Will, they just said the literal, because they listened to the podcast and they were like, we noticed you never like use the word or come back to it. And I was shocked that.
Because I just use it as a jumping off point. It's like completely not a big deal if it never comes up again, but people expect it to, and it should.
That exactly.
I need to change.
No, I don't. Yeah, I guess so. But I feel like if it's an audience that's watching improv a lot, they don't like the word pop back in. I think they like.
Yeah, it's a little like it feels like, let me try on my corduroys. Like
yes.
It's a little too much.
Yes, that's what I always thought it was. But my friends, I think they wanted it, or they're very confused.
You have an expectation, and then it gets paid off in a surprising way. It's like it makes sense that we should be using the word that they give.
Yeah, and it is like that's why it started to be like that's why it started with the word, I feel like.
Yeah, let's challenge ourselves to try and use the word in this
I'm down.
radio form.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay, cool.
So we're going to have our eyes closed and we're going to say the word at some point.
Yeah. Can we have a word? And here goes my eyes.
My question for you two was, you're saying this challenge is great for the word, but you also were like, should we get one? Then you just suggested 3 words. So what do you want?
We'll take. I think we
maybe
can,
3 words.
Yeah.
We have to use all 3.
I got 3 ready for you.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Your suggestions are wheat, swerve, medieval.
Our suggestion is wheat, swerve, medieval. Okay, and welcome. We are the commentators on the World Series of Catan, people. Settlers of Catan.
It is one of the most, played games in a living room, and it is now going to be one of the most talked about games on the radio waves.
Yep, this World Series, we have people who are playing the online Settlers of Catan app. And we got them all in one place to play a physical game, folks. And these people are not kidding around.
Let's zoom in right now on Jonathan. Jonathan's about to make a move. Looks like he's looking for wheat. He has too much grass, and he is building a bridge.
Okay. Okay. 6. I got
6. That gets you.
That gets me more grass. Okay. Hey, do you mind if I open this up? Oh wait, in the rock.
Thank you.
do you guys? Okay, I'm gonna ask if we can do a trade. I'm willing to give 2 grass for 1 rock.
A bold trade coming straight out of the gate from Jonathan. He is always known to play hard and fast. Let's see if he can get that in response.
Jonathan, master negotiator, here we go. He's the best of the best, folks, and he's only been on online Catan before, so we're excited to see it in person. So yeah, 2 grass, 1 rock, and a wheat is my starting offer.
I'll take that deal.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll take that deal.
Thank you so much. I'm glad we're doing business together. I think you and I might be allies this game.
Let's see how it plays out. Wow, and he has accomplished his very first deal. This is incredible. You don't see moves like this happen this early in the game. Usually people are going to build their supply, but he is going in for the kill. What do you think he's trying to build?
I think he's trying to build a bridge. And then folks, a lot of times in Settlers of Catan, there are alliances that are built. It is not necessarily part of the game, but it is part of the game.
Radio with Chris and Chrissy.
Country radio with Chris and Chrissy.
We like to shed light on moments in time and people that aren't necessarily featured on the radio.
That is true. Now, folks, I know we've all heard of Willie Nelson. I know we've all heard of Johnny Cash. But have you heard of Bill Rocket?
I have, but I'm part of the show with you.
If you asked that person to 100 people, 100 of them would have said no, but I just happened to ask it to my co-host, and we did listen to Bill Rocket before.
We did. It was one of the things we do here is we like to ask a rhetorical question and then answer it genuinely, so there's basically no runway. Have you ever wanted to go to the dentist but didn't feel like going that day?
Yeah.
No further questions.
That's one of the things we like to do on this show. And but folks, I think that we should now I say we give Johnny Rocket, that's the restaurant. We give Bill Rocket
It's one of the reasons I think he hasn't blown up yet.
His name is too close to Johnny Rockets.
It's too similar to the restaurant. It seems like he changed just his first name.
Yeah.
Because maybe the restaurant already existed?
I think it did. He's how old is he?
35.
Okay, so I actually have no idea. Anyway.
What would have been an age that mattered? 100?
I think 100, I would have said it didn't exist. And if he was under 30, if we're not under 30, I think if he was like teenager, I would be like.
It's a rat in the middle age.
Yeah, 35.
It's an age that makes it unhelpful to know.
Well,
and it's the age he is.
He's 35, and here he is with his first single that did not go anywhere. Many radio stations rejected it, but hey, we listen for the best of the best, and we are giving Bill Rocket a shot. So we're gonna play a couple minutes of his song, and we'll come back and commentate.
Bought a broken bundle of grass.
On a broken bundle of grass, I swerved the train going fast.
I swerved the train going fast.
I swerved the train. My name is similar to a burger restaurant that's been around for about 35 years, give or take a little
bit. Hey everybody, and welcome. What we do here is we give medical advice to people who maybe can't find medical advice. We take calls. We're excited about it.
We take calls. We're excited about it, and we have graduated med school by the seat of our pants. Our teachers have said.
Ring, 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 ring. Oh, here we go.
One thing about us, real quick, folks, before we move on from that, is we recorded the ring sounds on our phone ourselves because we like our voices so much.
Ring, ring, ring.
Ring, ring, ring. Ringle all the way.
Oh, you silly.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to Medical Advice. How can I help you?
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
So here's the thing, and I can't believe I did this, but okay, so I was drinking a smoothie, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was halfway through.
Right.
I thought it was hard. The ice wasn't blending today, and I realized I had blended a spoon into my smoothie, and I'm just wondering if I need to go to the emergency room or not.
Okay, this is a really good question, and it's a good question that we got it on air, because this actually does happen a lot.
This happens a lot. There's no need to be embarrassed about it, and there's no need to be. I'm glad you called in, and I know it's a very vulnerable thing to do.
Yeah, and before we even jump into our medical advice, first of all, hats off to your blender. What blender are you using here that it can break up a spoon?
Hats off to it. My blender's not barely breaking through my frozen vegetables and frozen fruits.
Sometimes a banana takes 3 minutes in my blender just to break down because the little piece gets away from the slicey part.
Sometimes my blender, Greek yogurt, sends it into a. It's working hard.
Even with Greek yogurt, so breaking up a spoon is impressive, but hats off to that. Listen.
Hats off to the blender.
You drank the entire thing?
Yeah, I drank half of it, and then I did realize there was a spoon, and then I did have a couple more sips. Just because I thought it's already in there.
Great, so 3/4 of a spoon is in your stomach right now. What you need to do is make sure that spoon doesn't reconnect to itself. So it could rebuild back into a spoon shape, and that's going to be really hard to pass.
Yep. So that's something that as long as it stays disconnected, but if it does become a spoon, it's going to scoop up other stuff.
Let me ask you.
It's going to get bigger and bigger.
And I think an important question is, it obviously blended up the spoon. How big would you say the pieces were? Was it pieces almost like sand? Or was it like, this is the 13th of a spoon?
Okay, yeah, maybe I didn't explain it quite right. It's not like the whole spoon blended into the smoothie. It was just like small chunks of it. So it would be really strange if it reconnected in my body, I guess.
Oh, just little pieces of it split off, but there was still a spoon in the blender when you put the blender down. How much of the spoon was left?
I don't know, but it's just like it was more.
Can you guess?
I guess like I guess 19/20ths of the spoon. Like there was
still in the thing.
That's good because it makes it less likely for it to reconnect.
Yeah, that's not gonna reconnect.
It could though. It could. You don't want to say never. I've seen crazier things happen.
Well, it could reconnect, but it'd still be a small piece of spoon. However, coming out of your butt, that could be bad. So
again, if it is a spoon, and this is from medical spoon.
Yeah.
So this is from medical school.
This is from medical spoon.
This is from medical spoon. Anyway, we ran out of time for this call.
Oh yeah, we have to take another call.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hi. I was hoping to get a little bit of advice.
Oh, okay.
I have 2 twins in the kindergarten, and they often share their lunches, but one is slightly allergic to peanut butter, and I think that he got a little peanut butter, but I'm not seeing a reaction yet.
Okay. Well, that's what kind of, and can I ask what kind of peanut butter it was?
Peanut.
Right, but what brand?
Oh, Jiffy's.
Jiffy. Okay. I'm more of a Skippy person myself.
I really need to know what to do.
Right. Well,
there's no reaction, but when we did the tests, it said that he was allergic to peanut butter, so I don't know if there could be something internal, and I'm really looking for advice here.
Are you seeing anything in him that suggests an allergic reaction?
Yeah, like, do you see something like are his eyes puffy, or is he
sneezing? Is he breaking out in hives?
Is he sneezing? It's a really good one. Has he sneezed recently? I don't know. I don't think he's sneezing. No, He's not currently sneezing, but I don't. Is there?
That's a good sign. But sometimes I guess that's a good sign.
You just want to make sure you get him to the hospital before the peanut butter rebuilds in his stomach, because it could go back to a big
It could go back to a huge peanut.
It could rebuild to a peanut.
And that's going to be hard to pass.
You know what? I actually, you guys aren't really giving me medical advice.
No, that's what our medical school said. That's what our medical spoon said. Hey, what's up? We are here. We are dispensary critics, and we're here to talk about dispensaries in town and outside in the greater LA area.
You want to hit this?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you. Oh, stuck in your pocket.
Yeah, it's really stuck.
Stuck in your pocket.
Bro, you ever think about how there's like not like enough like types of concrete?
Yeah, I do think about how there's not enough types of concrete. Because pretty much all I can think of is, like, that there's one type of concrete.
What type would you say that is?
Cement.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Really?
Yeah.
I wasn't even sure if I was right.
You were, dude.
Really?
Can I ask you something?
Please.
You think that when the group hangs out, that we sort of peel off too much, us two?
Oh.
Because I don't want people to think we're cliquey.
I don't want people to think we're cliquey either, but sometimes I do think it makes sense. Like, we have the same job, which is reviewing dispensaries. Oh, that's what we're supposed to be doing. I just realized.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I went to a dispensary in Burbank called Green Monster Stomach.
Okay, yeah. I've been to that one.
Yeah, and they had a good supply. And when I walked in, well, actually, what do you think about Fanta? Because I'm always surprised when I still see it.
Fanta, the soda?
Yeah.
I think it's weird, but I do think it's, like, less weird than a Fresca.
Yeah, Fresca's the most weird.
Yeah, because, like, who had, like...
You know what's funny about Fresca?
What?
Technically, that's grapefruit soda.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it just tastes like Fresca to me.
But what is that taste?
It's grapefruit soda.
But, like, really? Wait.
But, yeah, dude.
Why do they call it Fresca?
Because it's the name of the brand, dude. But if you look at the name, like...
Why would they... Dude, I'm sorry, but I'm, like, zoning in or, like, I'm zooming out. Like, why would they name it Fresca if it's about grapefruit? Like, they should
I think it's not a bad name. What's wrong with the name Fresca? They can't call it grapefruit soda. That'd be like calling Coke liquid.
They can't call it grapefruit soda because it would be like calling Coke liquid. But They could call it like
just because how do you describe Coke, right? Like it's just like a taste.
It's like that's true. Coke is oh, dude, you were blowing my mind.
Think about it. Like, what is Coke? Describe the taste of Coke.
Like, okay, can I do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I drink Coke a lot, with my pizza.
Very cool.
Very cool. I think Coke has a caramely taste. It is caramely, but also Coke.
Right?
Dude.
You can't not say it tastes like Coke.
You can't not. Dude, what are we
gotta
review. We're supposed to
Where did you go? What dispensary did you go to this week?
All right, because seriously, bro, I love you, and I love getting like off track, but I mean, like, dude, we have like pretty much the best job in the world, and I don't.
We're paid $1,200 an episode. We gotta just do this shit.
Dude, Let's
just do it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask for a raise soon, so. Okay.
Cool.
Let's just knock this one out of the park.
All right.
Let's knock this one out of the park. I went to Stosh in Hotwater Village, and you know what I liked in there? There was like awesome lighting. There was an ATM machine and very good customer service.
You know what's funny about an ATM?
What?
They always say they're contacting your bank, but I don't think they have a direct line.
No, wait,
like,
dude. What do you mean,
just
man?
say loading. Like, they're like, connecting with your bank. It's like, no, you're not. You're loading.
Dude, wait.
Call it what it is.
You literally don't think, because I've seen that, and I was like, oh, there must be like a little guy like making a call to the Bank of America or something.
Nah, dude. Like, think about it. Like, it's just loading.
What do you, dude? Like, so then why would they say that, dude? Why wouldn't they just say loading?
Because they want us to think they're busier than they are, but they're just an ATM machine. It's just a box.
You're right, dude. The machine wants me to think that it's busier than it is, but it's a box.
Yeah.
It has nothing going. It has nothing going on. And it can't even,
Excuse me?
Excuse me. It can't even call the bank because it's a box.
Exactly, dude.
Bro, you're blowing my mind, bro. I always thought there was a little guy in the box calling up the bank saying, hey, I got a guy here. Is it okay if I take 70 of his dollars?
That's how I'm imagining a conversation, too. I'm imagining, let me just play it out.
Okay.
I'm imagining a conversation goes like this.
Okay.
Hi, it's the ATM. Is this Wells Fargo?
Yeah, this is Wells Fargo. Are you the little guy in the box?
Yeah, I'm a little guy in a box. And listen, I got this guy who wants money to buy weed, and I don't know if we're cool with that. Like, should we dispense this money?
Well, let me look him up. Can you give me a name?
Jared Florkman.
Oh, yeah. That guy's always taking out money.
He's always taking out money. I feel like we should say no this time.
I know, because you know what? And I keep telling him this, man. I keep telling him this. All your $2.50 charges has added up to $10,000 a year, bro.
I know. I want to tell him he's being dumb. The other thing is, like, he's also ugly.
Dude, I know, man. I see his picture every time I pull up the account, and his mustache looks like the Monopoly Man.
Exactly, and that's not cool anymore. Maybe if it was 2010 New Girl era, it would be cool. But
then it'd be cool as
hipsters
fuck.
Aren't doing that. They're doing smaller mustaches with no curl.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. No curl. Almost a downward turn.
Yeah, this guy's an idiot. We shouldn't give him his money, but he's been waiting for so long. What?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Oh my god, dude. Wait. I just got a text from our boss, bro. We have not been covering the dispensaries at all.
Oh shit, man.
Oh shit. Shit, man. My lips are chapped, bro. My lips are chapped, bro. I don't have that much more talking in me, bro, because I spent so much time getting my mind blown, bro. Guess what?
I'm trying to change the channel.
Bro, it's not even working, bro. You can't swerve this, bro.
Swerve?
We are smoking grass, bro.
We're smoking weed, bro.
You're smoking weed. I'm smoking grass, bro.
We're swerving this with wheat and grass and magic?
See?
What was the third thing? Medieval,
bro. Oh my god, we didn't even do a medieval scene yet, bro.
Can we do one more scene?
We're Knights of the Round Table. We are knights. My name is Sir Lancelot.
My name is Little Page Boy.
We are unlikely friends.
But we go on journeys together.
We go on journeys together. The page boy is good at taking down notes.
And the knight is good at protecting me. Protecting me. Protecting me.
The knight is good at protecting
me.
him. That was a single from Johnny Bill Rocket.
Hey, that was a little different of a radio than we usually do.
Yeah.
Longer scenes.
Longer scenes, a little more scenic. I thought it was fun.
You know, our most natural format is 7-minute scenes.
That is, yeah. We usually do 3 long scenes, and that kind of was what that was.
A little bit, yeah.
I would say that I might not challenge you to 3 words again.
Yeah, we didn't quite hit them all.
We did
Still,
all
I
that
enjoyed
talk.
watching you juggle them.
What do you think about the suggestion? How much do you use it in your improv?
I try to honor it, but I don't try to like wink at it. I'm not really that. I just don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's funny. I guess audio is a little different. It's a different engagement than in like live, but a lot of times I think they forget. Or, I mean, I guess every audience is different. I don't know what they're looking for.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Are they really looking for like, ooh, they brought it back?
But how much do you use it, like in your initiation? Just
do you
like
use
if
like
it depends on the word, I guess. Sometimes, or what my immediate thought is for like that word makes me want to do this kind of scene or put it here. Yeah. So it doesn't. Yeah. It's case by case.
If it's a word like janitor, it's like, okay, I'm gonna do like office scene or whatever. Yeah, that it can inspire the genre too.
Yeah, that's when. Yeah, that's the best payoff, I think.
Yeah, totally. Well, we didn't do a good job at doing 3 words, but I will say what we did do a good job at is, here it comes.
There's got to be something. There's got to be something. Oh, I liked your voices.
Thanks. Wait, we don't need to be complimenting each other now. This is crazy. I liked your voices too, but we can't. This is too self-indulgent.
Yeah, we should only insult ourselves, and
we should insult ourselves or not say anything at all.
Yeah, let's insult ourselves or not say anything.
I'll just say, you voices are great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Super authentic and genuine moment there.
Yeah. That was real. That was raw. That was beautiful. I'm tearing up.
That was radio.
That was radio.
We do one a month. So
Anna invented it.
You quit it.
Let's not go there again.
Please, you quit it with that. That's an inside joke for our real listeners.
She and her brother, when they were kids.
She's still going. Why are you still trying to?
We just told you to stop.
I'm out of control.
That mythology is non-existent. It did too.
The fame's gone to my head.
My brother doesn't even listen to this podcast. Maybe he does. I don't know.
He could.
I'd like him to. I keep sending him episodes. I sent it to my other brother. I'm just being transparent, but I sent it to my other brother to get him to listen because he was a TA, and I go, there's a TA in this scene. I think you'd really like it. He listened to the whole thing. He goes, there was no TA in that scene.
What?
I sent him the wrong episode.
Oh.
But we got an extra listen.
Do you think he'll be back?
I don't know. I sent him the second one. I went, oh, whoops, it's this one. And then I never heard another thing.
He's like, I got duped once. I'm not getting duped again.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, like, rate, subscribe, comment to boost the alg.
Be the A. Let's do it.
Yeah, be the A.
Let's boost the alg.
I figured it out.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is bizarre.
Yeah.
Bye.